The case of Ed Gein is one of the most disturbing and analyzed within criminology and forensic psychology. Born in 1906 in Wisconsin, USA, Gein grew up in a profoundly dysfunctional environment that decisively influenced the development of his personality and his subsequent crimes. From a psychological perspective, his case offers an extreme example of how the combination of isolation, emotional repression, childhood trauma, and mental disorders can lead to homicidal and necrophilic behavior. Ed Gein was raised by an authoritarian and fanatically religious mother, Augusta Gein, who instilled in her children a worldview based on guilt, sin, and moral corruption. She considered women, except herself, to be immoral beings and instruments of evil. His father, an alcoholic and weak-willed man, had little influence in the family. This dynamic fostered in Gein an extreme emotional dependence on his mother and an inability to form healthy relationships with others, especially women. After Augusta's death, Gein became completely adrift, developing a mixture of pathological grief, denial, and an obsession with keeping his maternal figure symbolically alive. Gein lived on an isolated farm, with no significant social contact. This isolation reinforced his psychotic and delusional fantasies, in which he blended reality with images of female bodies, death, and the desire to revive his mother. In this context, he began exhuming women's corpses from local cemeteries, using parts of their bodies to create objects, clothing, and masks that would allow him to become his mother or feel her presence. The psychiatrists who evaluated him after his arrest in 1957 diagnosed him with paranoid schizophrenia and delusional disorder, along with traits of schizoid and dependent personality disorder. His behavior stemmed not so much from a sadistic or sexual impulse, but from a symbolic need to recover his mother and control the anxiety resulting from her absence. In psychoanalytic terms, his behavior can be interpreted as a failed attempt to resolve the Oedipus complex, in which the repressed desire for the mother is transformed into an obsession to possess her even after death. The creation of masks and human-like objects reflects a phenomenon known as extreme body fetishism, where the other person's body becomes a means of control and emotional connection. In Gein's case, necrophilia was not solely oriented toward sexual pleasure, but rather toward an attempt to reconstruct a fragmented identity and fill the void left by the loss of his mother. From a forensic psychology perspective, Ed Gein represents a paradigmatic case of psychosis combined with severe childhood trauma and social isolation. His behavior cannot be understood solely as evil or perversion, but rather as the expression of a profoundly disorganized mind that sought, through horror, to re-establish an impossible bond. His story served as inspiration for numerous fictional characters, such as Norman Bates, Psycho, Leatherface, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Buffalo Bill, The Silence of the Lambs, but beyond the myth, his case remains a crucial example for understanding the boundaries between mental illness, trauma, and criminality. Subscribe and support this channel. See you in the next video.